Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakadash. Double honors to our elders, the apostles, great millstone, and honors to you, brothers, who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. All right. And pretty much this lesson is an open forum, because really the way that you see the prophecies going to pass today, it's like it's so close. It's only like a couple things up with microchip and the martial law. Yeah, the martial law. World War III. And we watching that happen right before our eyes, man. Right. We're watching the so-called white man get exposed on every single level. This guy, Jeffrey Epstein, that's his name. They done leaked the location of the man's pedophile. So they're showing, and you got all these different documentaries and things showing how much wickedness Esau was doing back then, how he got what he got. Back then you get banned off of places, you get cut off, you get defamed for doing stuff like this. Now, this is the norm. This is the norm now. And that's beautiful that we seeing that through the spirit, because we at the end. Now, and all the mirth is being taken out of this society. This is the worst thing, this is the lowest point in the history of living on this earth since Adam was created. All right? Everybody got to wear a mask. So you mean to tell me you can't breathe? Or breathe around other people or you'll get sick? That's crazy. You got to get your head temperature checked. And all they doing is programming you to get scanned. You're getting conditioned into getting scanned. You're getting conditioned into being chipped. So by the time they issue it out, they're gonna tell you. They won't have to tell you anything because you're already gonna be used to getting scanned. And now they're telling you a coin shortage. And now when you go to stores, they're saying you gotta, if they still accept cash, they say you gotta have the exact change, the exact amount, or you gotta use your card. That's going cashless, man. Chips are already in your cards. It's here, man. We watching it happen, and people are being conditioned. And the crazy part, why we don't feel bad for these people here, is they actually believe. They actually believe that this devil got their best interest. That's why the scriptures say that all the nations of the earth committed fornication with this devil, man. They all decided to take on everything that this devil was doing, put it on themselves, act like it. Look at the whole earth wearing masks, talking about keep your social distance. Yeah, bros.
Habakkuk 2:1. I was standing upon my watch. He set me upon the tower, and I would wait to see what he was saying to me. What should I answer when I approved?
Read that again.
I did Habakkuk 2:1. I was standing upon my watch.
Standing upon your watch, meaning what? Fulfilling your obligations for being a prophet. Because even if you examine that word watchman in the Hebrew, it means what? A prophet. Go ahead, bro.
Set me upon the tower.
Stand upon the towers, and that's what we're doing. Okay, go ahead.
I would watch to see what he would say unto me.
How does the Most High talk to us? Through prophecies, through tokens, okay, which are located within the scripture. Go ahead.
And what I should answer when I approve.
Right, and we know what to do. Basically, we know what to do. We go out there and we preach and we teach until the Most High say it is enough.
Verse 2. And the Most High answered me, and he said, write the vision, and make it plain upon tables.
Right, and the tables are what? Hence the scriptures. Okay, and who wrote this? Men, which was inspired by what? The Holy Spirit.
Right. That he may run that read it.
Run. Okay, so what does it mean? Run the reader. So once we are enlightened with this truth, what do? We teach others. Once we're built up. Okay, prophets don't downgrade. Okay, you can't put your hands on the plow, and then goddamn downgrade to the help. It doesn't work like that. If you are a prophet and if you're excommunicated from the camp, you're supposed to make a parallel move, meaning what? You're supposed to still be teaching.
Verse 3, for the vision is yet for a point of time.
Right, the vision is yet for a point of time, meaning what? It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. All right, 2 major prophecies, World War III and the microchip. That's right. That's it. It's just 2 more major prophecies.
And the thing about that, you have all the prophets, no matter which camp, IGK, IUIC, Great Millstone, wasn't no AOC, all the other ones. Every last single one of us will say this: we in that time.
Yeah.
Now that's something huge right there. For every prophet to be coming out on the highway and tell you, yeah, we in that time. This is what's happening. That's right. And you people still don't fear, you know.
It's Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end for the beginning.
Declaring the end from the beginning. Also, prophecy. Go ahead.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Hence the microchip. Hence World War III.
Saying, my counsel should stand. I will do all my
Counsel, another term for counsel in Hebrew is will and Most High's purpose. Right. You get Isaiah 36:5.
I said, but at the end shall speak and not lie.
Hey, in the end shall speak and not lie. Okay, and we're in the end and it's speaking. That's why the elder was basically saying, look, we only have 2 more major prophecies. So the prophecies are speaking, but you have to be spiritual enlightened in order to understand it, in order to see it with your own eyes, again with your spiritual eyes.
Yeah, because you got to keep up, what's going on. You got to look beyond, what Esau force feeding down your throat, man. Because you can search out different, avenues and moves to see what's going on. That they're not reporting, on their major, news sites, man. Because you have 100 days until the election, man. Then you have in Iran, all right, you got the Israelis trying to do a coup, man. They just leaked out, how they trying to get some of the IRG, which is the Iran Revolutionary Guard, to do a coup on their leaders. And they said if they not down with the coup, they just gonna start setting off tactical nukes in Iran, man. They already blowing up, military facilities, nuclear facilities in Iran, so they trying to do a coup. You had the situation with the American fighter jet with the Iran passenger jet that caused some injuries, So you have those nations over there bullying and harassing Iran, and eventually Iran gonna strike back, So just as we see domestically, and locally, prophecies building up, they still building up overseas too, man. There's no pause on this prophecy, man. World War III is here. Russia just activated 150,000 troops, man, and put it on this border, man. Right after right after, those explosions started going off in Iran. Because what? Russia said to be a guard, all right, to Iran, So these things are happening real time. We in those times, man,
Martial law. Let's look at, I guess, you guys pick stuff up too, because New York has these undercover troops that watch on the news right here, and they round people up. They beat people up in the streets, man.
And what we spoke about last week about the Operation Legend, where they got federal agents in different cities of America, like Albuquerque, Chicago, I want to say it's Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
Trump said his slogan for his re-election is law and order.
Like, go right there.
Yep. Covert New York.
They snatched the nigga one of them.
When they snatch somebody, they look like police.
Nah, they march.
They undercover. That's why they covert.
Yeah, then the elites, they all about sacrificing. Sacrificing the Satan. So there's gonna be a lot of our people calling business. And if you out there on the front line, what the hell you doing, man? You deserve whatever you get, man, if you out there on the front line, man. Because as a man of the Lord, we have a commander in chief, and he told us to wait upon him.
Right.
You know, so you out there in the battlefield, it ain't yours, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
I appreciate it, man. Still, man.
Say what that.
We gotta get that to
All right, it's Isaiah 36 and 7.
6.
36 and 6. It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this brethren, this broken reed.
Right. Chicago just brought out a prophecy about how prophecies were yet spoken but had not been fulfilled yet. Now, start back over.
It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff.
Who trusts in this staff? 2/3 of our people trust in what staff? The system. Go ahead, bro.
Of this broken reed.
Broken reed meaning what? A reed supposed to be what? Something that stabilizes you, something that secures you. This system is not going to protect the nation of Israel. Only the Most High, but only 2/3 of our people will believe it. Go ahead, bro.
I'd say just one quick about the reed. When you go into that word reed, you go into Latin, it goes to the word cannula. Now, the word cannula is nothing but the tip of a syringe or a reed or a stem of a plant. And we could often read of a stem of a plant looks exactly like a syringe. And what are they going to put in that syringe? Because it tells you if whether the reed is like
It says, Lo, trustest thou in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man
Modern day America.
whereon if a man lean,
Worship the beast. Go ahead.
it will go into his hand.
See, if it will lean and go into his hand, what happens when you inject the syringe into your hand? You hold the skin over and you pierce that skin with that syringe. And that RFID chip is injected. You know, they already have measures in place with the COVID-19. They have the company, I forgot what it's called, I think it's Secure Range or something like that. It's a government contract where they have the COVID-19 vaccines that come with the syringe. With the syringe, there's a RFID chip that's actually attached to it, you know, for medicinal or medical record purposes. You know, you have a company based out of Seattle, Washington called Dangerous Things. You know, it's called Dangerous Things for a reason. You know, it's called Dangerous Things for a reason. You know, by Maul Grafton. He started out in his garage, but he's doing RFID transponder injections as we speak. They're doing it for 6 years now. You know, so what do you think this world's going to come to? Because they're trusting in Egypt. That's the system. And what do you have to do? You have to get the chip, man. That's what it's all going to be coming down to.
So you submit to this system, you being down with it, you conform to it.
Because what if you do on the court? You lean on
Right, you depend on it. You depend on it, you know. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is the book of Romans. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And it reads, and that knowing the time, that now is the high time to awake out of sleep.
What? Wake out of sleep. What? Out the congregation of the dead. Okay? Believing in this system. Because once you've been enlightened by the Holy Spirit, you're supposed to become that new creature. Okay? That old behavior, that old lifestyle. Okay, what you could have been and what you should have done, that's in the past, man. And we understand through prophecy that the day of the house shot is coming closer and closer every time we wake up the next morning.
Yeah, and we're at the end of all things. Everything can be, you know, done away with, man. You know, Esau finna get ready to move to a new parents. You know, he's getting ready to move, all right, to what he calls the new world order, man. And we know it's gonna be upset, so we should have no investment. You gotta wake the hell up. You know, you got people still talking about vote, people still protesting, people still, you know,
church.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You know, as long as you in Jesus Christ, you have nothing to worry about. You know, what does that mean, you in Jesus Christ? What does that mean? What does it look like? You know?
Because when he took the wheel, goddamn, he brought you over.
Yeah. It's dropping you off. And it says, Romans 13:11, it said, for now is salvation nearer than we believe.
That's right.
Yeah, because before salvation was coming, great destruction, man. Great destruction coming, and that's what we will be delivered from, man. So, hey, salvation is near, even when we believe, man.
That's right.
You know?
Because when you think about salvation, and like I say, brothers getting into prophecy and the wickedness of our people still believing on a society that was clearly meant for our destruction. You know, you will see these things. It's happening fast. If you're keeping up with the time, it's like if you look at 2019, it's the end of July of 2020. If you look at December 2019 all the way to July, this ain't nothing but an 8-month, almost 9-month difference. What has happened in 9 months? It's brought to its knees. You was able to walk around, be around groups of people. That it was already bad then. Then it got worse. Now businesses shutting down. Now it's going cashless. Now it's hitting COVID. You check the news, China done been flooded. You barely hear any news on that. Like then half of China done got flooded out, man. And they talking about the third wave ain't even came yet.
Funny plague they got over there.
Oh yeah. And they said the bubonic plague made it to America because some Edomite woman child ate a squirrel. Man, Esau tell you anything, man, but the people believe it. You know, and that's how you know, man, we are very close. Within a 9-month time frame, all this happened. And Lord trying to get us out of here, man.
Usually when things move like this and kind of things happen back to back, it's years, you know?
Right.
Like,
Lord ain't like, I'm going to give you a promotion in the next 5 years. No, they're like, no, I'm going to get you out of here. Or you're going to be dead within the next 5 years messing with this society.
No, what y'all say? Slocket. This is going back to the other was saying. This is Sirach 25:7. It says, every 9 things I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his innocent. We seeing it though. We seeing it. We're talking about this prophecy speaking there. You know, we're seeing this world being destroyed as we dismantle piece by piece systematically. It's chess, not checkers. And the Lord playing chess with this world, man. You know, the king Esau can get knocked over, man. You know, it's only a matter of time before he checkmated. You know,
we're watching the news is on the TV right now, and unmarked man took Eve. They was doing the Black Lives Matter rally. They just pulled up in an unmarked van, and about 4 or 5 Edomites got out and threw her in there, and while NYPD protected them, and they swerved off real fast, man. Well, is this the America that they claimed it to be? No, if they just roll up on you, throw you in, that's some kidnapping. That's the stuff they showed us in movies long ago, where you'll be walking and the feds will just come get you like that.
Yeah,
and put you in Guantanamo Bay or something, man.
That's movie shit. It's a movie shit.
It ain't a movie no more.
Life is a movie.
It ain't a movie no more.
Reality of the movie.
This is chapter 14. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 19. And say unto the people of our land, thus saith the Lord, thy power, the inhabitants of Jerusalem and the land of Israel, they shall eat bread with carefulness and drink their water. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 24. It says, for there shall be no more any vain visions or flattery or divination in the house of Israel.
So you look at all your pastors, all your prognosticators, the weathermen wrong every goddamn day. Your pastors, they don't know what's going on. You have your great scholars, they don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know why we are predicting it. They don't know have any answers to what's going on in this world, man. You know, you look at what was the whole Nick Cannon and the public enemy nigga, Professor Griffin. He asked the man, why are we currently in this predicament? The man was stuck. He's supposed to be a doctor. He's supposed to be a doctor in philosophy and all of these different subjects. Where you supposed to be a professor? You don't know why we in slavery. He couldn't even explain it. He had a dumb look on his face, man. You know, like the script saying in 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, man, the 19th verse. Where is the dispute of this world? They don't know anything of what's going on. You know, and soon it's going to come out that the only people that know what's going on is the prophets, man. You know, because their prophets don't know what the hell's going on. You know, they don't know. They don't know left from right. They don't know their ass from their forehead. But it's like it.
So, well, I am the Lord, and I will speak the word. It's like, I will speak the word, and I shall speak, and it comes to pass.
You know? And that's exactly what we've been speaking of, man. The prophecies have been coming to pass. Prophecies are here, man. Scripture say they shall speak in our life. You know?
So, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
And what's the measurement of time? Events. You go on the word time, you have events that mark up so-called time, right? Which are prophecies. You know, time is a chronological order of events. That's exactly what it is. That's why Yahweh is in Ancient Days, because he can lay out those chronological events, man.
If you got like a tape measure, and let's say you got a piece of wood, you need to saw a piece of wood. You look at it, and you figure out where you need to cut it, and you mark it. And then that's when you saw it. That's how you know where you at. Because if you don't mark it, you ain't gonna you gonna saw it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't put it in a straight line, the wood will come out crooked. It's all messed up. So you know, I'll just back you up. And it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
See, you would know if you're measuring the time diligently and you watch for these prophecies. You know, you watch the news, you watch the current events. You know, you see what's going on in the world. Those are the signs past. The moon and the stars, the chariots in the skies. Chariots at all-time high right now. You know, they're showing themselves more and more. There was just an FBI video, not FBI, CIA video, where he came out and he said, this aircraft is not from this world. You know, it's not from this world. We can't even pinpoint this thing on any type of Mach levels when it comes to speed. This place is over with, man. And if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Going back to what the brother said, so it's ancient times until now. This book, the Holy Bible, the scriptures, man, you know, Biblios, whatever you want to call it, this book of prophecies of Yahweh Hashem Nation of Israel is the only book on this planet that's been telling you what's going to befall this place before it has ever happened.
That's right.
You know?
And that's why it talks about the scripture, the living book.
That's right.
It actually lives, man. And
That's
nothing
right.
else lives beyond this book or outside of this book.
That's why none shall want her hate.
Why Bible undefeated?
The
only thing that's talking right now.
That's right.
You know, nobody knows what we're going to talk about the book of the dead. You know, we don't know what Osiris and Horus and whatever all these guys, you know, hotel, what they talking about?
They ain't got no prophecy.
You know, what do they stand for? Like, what great thing have they done, man?
And where are they prophets at?
Right.
Where they 3 videos a week, breaking it down, you know, enforcing it, you know.
And the Quran tells you to believe in the scriptures. So why the fuck would I read something that tells me to believe in something else? I'm wasting my time.
They tell you, oh, the Bible's outdated. Everything else in this world is outdated. This is still going. There's things happening every day that's written in this book. What happened tomorrow is written in this book. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick article real quick. The brother Tyler Monk just sent me this, and we were just talking about it, read in the time. It says, This is from BBC News. It said Iran blast dummy U.S. aircraft carrier with missiles. It said Iran had launched missiles at a mock-up of a U.S. aircraft carrier in a strategic Strait of Hormuz. So they're shooting missiles. They having drills, mock drills on the duplicate. All right, what would be an American aircraft carrier that carries those pilots?
That's why Iran is also identified in scriptures as what? The wild boar. Because the wild boar likes to be the underdog. And it loves attacking larger opponents. And it's hard to kill.
It's Iran to the T. They tried to kill a nuclear program. Iran wasn't going.
Yeah.
And
they like to surround their enemies too. Like if you go into a wooded area, war has a tendency to surround their opponent or the opposition.
Yeah. You're gonna like this part, Chris. It said the drill included fire so heavy that the U.S. military temporarily put 2 regional bases on alert. The U.S. Navy commended the irresponsible and reckless behavior by Iran, labeling it an attempt to intimidate or coerce.
Of course it was.
Well, how hypocritical America said it was reckless, but you had a fighter jet fly towards a passenger plane. You know, for the point, hey, Iran was shooting shit over there so heavy. Hey, they had to alert 2 bases. They were like, hold on. Hey, what they doing over there?
They ain't afraid. I'm saying like practice right there.
Hey, these folks ain't playing, man. You know, you're not gonna keep bullying somebody every day, especially if they scrap. You know, eventually they gonna just say, the hell with it, what we got to lose, man.
Go at what we get. Yeah, all we get. We just gonna go for it. So we're gonna test our strategy and intimidate you at the same time.
This is what's going on while you got niggas in the bubble playing basketball in Disney World, man.
With nobody in there.
You know? You got the cardboard fans.
Yeah, baseball. Shit, hot and sure. They got a wood they eat. They got folks claiming it. That's a video game. That's NBA 99. They got no same name.
Yeah, that was it.
Watching UFC, WWE with no fans.
Mike Tyson and John.
Right. But that's how you know it's over with too, because the only thing that's entertaining is to watch two old Jakes fight. Like they way out there front. This is nowhere near the Mike Tyson that he was there. And Roy Jones, that time Roy Jones fought, everybody thought he died in the ring, man.
Yeah.
Did he fall out the ring?
That was Bernard Hopkins. I'm going to show you that America's done because Bernard Hopkins was champion.
Yeah.
Like he was champion like 54, so that even go to show you like, man, the level to this place is going down, man. It's down the drain. It's circling the drain.
Rome. What happened with Rome? Just with America, their armies, their military experience, then they can't pay their soldiers. It's the VA. Now, my father's better. He can't even keep their medical insurance.
Right.
You know, you have the quality of living has gone up while the minting of the cash is being stopped. It's the coin shortage. You know, in Rome it's the same thing. It's a coin shortage. You know,
and gold. Gold. I make medicine out of silver and gold. So when you try to buy gold, man, Esau's buying all the gold. You can't get it. Like a lot of these websites, if you try to get it off of websites, they tell you got to spend.
So much.
One website said you got to spend $2,000 minimum in order to get anything.
I saw the video on it. I watched it this morning. It's about $2,000 for an ounce of gold.
Yeah.
Just an ounce.
But yeah, it's not a game, man. It's happening, and then some places even running out. So you got the rich, they stocking up on gold. You got all of that because at the end of the day, the reason they're doing it is because at the end of the day, that's gonna always be money, no matter what you do. But even as the scriptures say, the Lord's like, your gold and silver ain't gonna save you from this. No, you ain't exempt. You ain't any of this just because you got a nice portion in this life to where you can afford things that other people can't. Like this society is going down. It's going down fast, man. And like I say, the average person is still just trying to find a bar to go to, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what no. It's all of that. Like I know down here, they just made the governor made a law for the whole entire state of Mississippi that, except for like fast food restaurants or something, everything got to close at 11. Everything got to close at 11.
So Wayne went to the liquor store last night, and it was what 9:30. 9:30. Man, yeah, the sign of said we close at 7:45.
Wow.
What? Where did you get that?
It's getting bad, man. It's getting bad. So that means even the business owners, even though everything's going down, like you say, you heard about Iran, they preparing to fight because, and going back to that, anytime that an economy is about to collapse, and you brought out a whole bunch of examples, anytime an economy is about to collapse, there's going to be a world war. That's where all the money is made, and territory gained, and resources are controlled. That's what happens. Same thing happened with the Civil War with the slaves. Didn't want the South to have all that, so they took it. So then you had the Great Depression.
Out World War II, right?
And then, right after.
Yeah.
And what did they do in the Great Depression? Right, everybody was at the low point. They
Gold
took all the gold. They had this. The president made the Gold Confiscation Act. He took everybody's gold. So all the Edomites who had all that gold went broke overnight.
And that was a retractment of what Abraham Lincoln did with the greenback. After the Civil War, he made the greenbacks and backed it with gold and silver to boost the economy.
Who was trying to do that? JFK. That's how you know JFK was
JFK was
Abraham Lincoln.
Don't back again.
Well, shit, we just gonna have it again.
You didn't learn?
Woo! God damn.
His wife killed him.
Oh, yeah.
She gave him a hot one on the backseat.
And just a quick quote from Barry and Rothschild. He said, "The time to buy is when there's blood running the streets."
Mm-hmm. And see, that's how they became rich. Okay, we know it was the blessing that Yahushua gave Esau, but at the same time frame, when you indebt the government, you know, then basically you indebt the people. And then that way, what happens once the people are indebted, then they're what they call perpetual slaves, man. That's why you have a fucking debt clock.
It's easy for people, right?
Exactly.
Nothing, and they fund the side of the wars too. Guns, bullets, shoes, whatever.
And they don't lose the war. Your side, they stop funding the first.
Yeah.
Because even if you think about the COVID-19 fiasco, it was 614 billionaires. But throughout this whole time frame, now it's 631. So the richer continues to get richer, and the poor gets poorer.
Yeah,
and then with the QE makes them richer as the poor becomes poorer.
So you got billionaires being made, and then you got Bezos. He projected to $10 trillion.
Yeah, I think he had increased like 19%.
Yeah, he ran into the trillion, man. So you know, they join that club, man. They're gonna be short lived.
He made a Rothschild. So.
Yeah.
You know, they all have those bloodlines and connections. You know, but that just go to show you what they're doing. Though. Like I say, the people who lose the war are the ones they stop funding first. You see, that's because they gathering all the resources. They getting everything, man. This is why America is referred to as the little horn in the book of Daniel. They came from the little horn that came from the three big horns. You know, because they gathered, and America wasn't nobody. America had the slaves, America had all that, but they was uncontrolled. One part was uncontrolled by the British, another part controlled by France, another part controlled by Spain. But when it came down to it, and different things that was going on in America, not going to get into those events, that's another topic. The elites decided to fund America. And that was prophecy that the elites even funded America, made that little home. All right?
You still got staff.
That's why they came in the South like that.
Yep.
You know, and so, you know, Mississippi had the fourth largest economy on earth, you know, in 1853. You know, but in order to cripple a country and get a government under your power, you got to put them in debt.
That's right.
You know, you got to put them in debt. So they invaded Mississippi. Like when Mississippi went to fight during the Civil War, man, they was invading Mississippi all type of ways, man. Right? They knew they had to crumble, you know, these superpowers in the South, and able for them to be able to get control of the whole country, man. Because if you don't need no money, it's like if you already worth 50 million, I can't come at you with a $1 million contract trying to sign you, right?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Be like, huh?
Right. Getting a Michael Jackson.
I'm really off the wall. Yeah, we so
And it's Isaiah 24 and 11. There's a crime for wine in the street. All joy is dark. It's darkened.
And that's what these places are becoming, man. That's good. I'm glad. Hell, I've been unhappy for the past 10 years now. So now you get to feel what we've been feeling, man. And America's through. And even when they did relax restrictions, okay, the vibration of America was never the same.
Mm-hmm.
The mirth of the land is gone.
Yeah, the joy. All right, no jobs. Hell, it was like 70% of people this month could not pay their fucking mortgage. Okay, so, according to, including the businesses. And then you got, 70% of Americans, they don't even have over $500 in their savings account. This place is over.
Right.
Okay, and one more shutdown, it's finished. It's finished, man.
And you see it coming too.
Yeah.
The next real shutdown.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be completely finished. The dollar gonna be finished. All they doing is just extending this out. Give you condition of being scanned, all this other stuff. So that when they roll it in, you're gonna already be like, man, this is what we've been doing anyway.
Yeah.
Right. I know my woman had talked to me today. She told me, seems like it's easy to find a job. I was like, nah. I just seen signs saying now we hire. And I was like, nah, that's not really what's going on. They doing major layoffs, laying off thousands of people. They cutting most folks' hours. That's why they quit.
Yeah.
Right? They like, well, I would just get the money off unemployment because this ain't gonna work. You know, you telling me I can only work 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
You know, that ain't work. People who used to having a full-time jobs working 40 plus hours.
Yeah.
Now, that's being taken away. All that's taken away. Hey, the mirth is gone, man. The milk gone bad, man.
And the unemployment, they're going to stop that too soon
Oh,
too.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what they going to do then?
Got to cut it down.
And what Trump say, people relying on it. Trump evil, man.
DJ Trump, that's my man. He bringing about this new world order. Let's go. Bring this shit home. You doing a great job.
Spirit of Satan is doing perfect.
Great job. He helped these prophecies speak. Let's go.
Hey, what's that documentary about the Southern documentary?
Oh, yeah.
Chief advisor was worse than the devil.
Damn. Well, his name is Roger Stone, man. Documentary on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there. It's called Get Me Roger Stone. And he's a liberal. He's a lobbyist. And when you watch this dude sit there talking to Jay, you can feel the demon off of him. This man's a demon. And he went through how he's been in the presidential ears since Nixon. He advised Nixon. He advised LBJ. He advised Jimmy Carter. He advised Clinton. He advised Father Bush, Baby Bush, like even up to Obama. Not even to Trump. And then he said that he created Trump's persona. He helped him create his persona.
Yeah.
So you know, like all of this is fake. All of this is created. You know, and the way it's created is to enact the
benefits of the devil on the world. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And you see, you don't hear nothing about Roger Stone. He got caught up. He got caught up for extortionist and racketeering.
Yeah.
He got out. You don't hear nothing about this man.
Well, I hear about Megan Stein shot in the foot and shit.
Right. That's definitely
Yeah, and I think it was the breaking news about Megan Thee Stallion, but she came out as transgender.
Damn.
I can't get out.
That's what I saw today, breaking news.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't go throughout the site to this was a prank.
Yeah, we do believe through the spirit that it is a man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I stand corrected. The site said it was a prank.
Because the word salad is
And
then you know.
That's true.
What's then you know?
What's the main guy they worship out of
Yeah, hermaphrodite.
Yeah, Baphomet.
Yeah, Baphomet.
Androgyny.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 14. It said, "For they are the spirits of devils,
Right.
working miracles, which goeth forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty."
What's good? And Yahweh Shabbat. The Most High's judgment, the third word, which is also exclusively the second coming of Yahweh Shah. Because these two events will happen simultaneously. So the reason why you see all that ruckus going on in the Middle East, that's the Most High. You know, placing the spirit on those angels. I think that's in Revelation in that chapter.
Yep.
And basically how he was going to place the spirit on those angels just to constantly promote ruckus over there. And so peace will never be there.
If I can say this, please, another thing about what America doing is also coinciding with that battle, that great battle that Yahweh Shabbat is like they getting people used to not working as well, and they cut off the benefits. Most of the business shutting down, so a lot of these businesses they're gonna be used as like military stations or shipping stations, both.
That's resource preparedness.
Right. So when the draft comes, you know, we'll feed you, we'll help your family, but you're gonna fight.
Right.
It's mandatory that you go fight. So they're gonna be shipping a lot of so-called Americans off over there. So Eve, you want the same rights as a man, but he's gonna ship you off.
Yeah.
Jake, you thought you was gonna be a rapper one day, or you thought you was going to the NBA? No. If you're going to have a spot, that's where you're going.
Yeah.
like the 9 month space that happened.
Mm-hmm.
The second Ezra 16 and into point 38. As when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, 2 or 3 hours of her birth.
Those contractions. You know anything about contractions? Basically, once those contractions start, they stop that shit.
And the time gets shorter and shorter and shorter. They might be coming every hour at first, and it is every 45 minutes. Now it's every 20 minutes. Now it's every 10 minutes. Now it's every 5 minutes. Then they just won't stop. The baby gotta come. You know.
For 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compares her womb, which great pains when the child coming forth, they slack now moment.
See, you always stop these prophecies, man. Esau, see, the thing about Esau is Esau wants to hang on to his society. At the same time, though, everything that he's doing is propelling these prophecies forward. You know, like the woman when she's pregnant, she's trying to drink water, she's trying to do things to ease her pain. But the thing that she's doing to ease her pain is causing the baby to come forward, man.
That's right, bro. Verse 39. Even so should not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
I got you, bro. I got you. Hey, this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Well, no, I started 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Now, when you go into the term travail in the Greek, it's Odin. I'm gonna pull that Odin. Yep, Odin. And it means the pain of childbirth, travail pain. But then definition 2 means intolerable anguish in reference to the dire calamities which precedes the advent of Yahushua.
Yeah, Odin is the god of war.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so it said, even so shall not the plagues be snatched and come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
Every side, meaning there will be no birth, no peace, no joy at all, no light, no hope, nothing.
Kind of like the road, the movies, how dark and gloomy that movie was. That was a depressing movie. Are y'all got any more resources? Who is this guy?
Wait. I said, I'm gonna pull the spirit.
Gonna come off the bench, man.
6 men a year.
Lou really want to go in.
That's dope.
Sirach 12 and 6. But the Most High hated sinners and will pay vengeance. And will pay vengeance to the ungodly. Right. And keep them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Right, and the mighty day of the punishment is what? The second day of coming. And who's ungodly? Classified as Esau. The Edomites, the wicked, the so-called white man.
Also, the other nations and 2/3 of our people too. Yeah, I'm trying to wake up Esau.
There you go. Spiritual quality.
He keeping you to the day of punishment.
So
He preserved the earth. They say tomorrow, breath, you try to X yourself.
Yeah.
Nah.
You want you here? I got so much.
That's like being tortured in Guantanamo, like you mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna keep you alive. They gonna make sure they torture you.
They know they're gonna keep you alive, but they're gonna wish you dead.
Yeah.
That's why Esau got like adrenaline, syringes full of adrenaline chemicals. Just in case he torture you to the point to where your body going shock and you pass out. He injects you with it again, and it wakes you back up, so he can keep torturing you with it. I mean,
That's
you can't trust in no man who thinks of stuff like this, man.
What did Samuel Jackson say on the unthinkable?
Oh yeah.
In order to get them to talk, I must do the unthinkable.
Oh
And then guess what they put in your hand? Right down the street, in a bed in school. I said, God damn.
He will kill a kid and everything on there.
Man.
And he's gonna do, and this devil's gonna do unthinkable, that's for sure. And that's why he's already been doing unthinkable things. That's why the Most High, he's got him being exposed, like Obadiah, his skirt is being lifted up, and we at the end, we're about to see judgment.
One more.
You side with him, you die with him.
It says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 6. For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with them, he shall be nothing with God. And then, it's like, but it's simple, man. If the Lord's not dealing with you, if the Lord didn't direct thy steps to lead you into this truth, so open, give you the light, stand strong amongst the darkness, and to God you, hold you with your integrity, your wisdom, your understanding. And man, pretty much whatever that's down for you is going to devour you. That's why your mind is going to be plagued with demons until that very day, the destruction.
Oh yeah, boy, you just might be acting like these folks.
Oh, is it like that?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got something to them out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I go ahead.
And that concludes the lesson.
All right, Lord Wilbrus were edified. And once again, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Now, honest our elders, the apostles, great millstone, and honest to you brothers who are out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.
Shalom.